Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of City Skylines. My name is Sports Monkey, and I'm here today with the part 2 of how to start your city in 2020. So what we're going to do today is a lot of people post videos on how to start the city, but then they don't post how to gradually progress with the city. What I mean by that is, what is step 2? Nobody really posts step 2, and so what I'm going to do today is show you how to expand your city, how to create education, how to create the clinic. Well, I already did the medical clinic, but how to expand education, how to add police, how to add fire departments, and how to make sure you keep your city growing. So that is what I'm doing today. So as we can start, you can tell that our city is actually having a little bit of a power problem. Now that should not, nobody should actually have a major issue or freak out about the power going in and out. We're going to hold down the Y button and go to economy. Remember, we lowered the budget of our power plant. Well, we're going to bump that up to about 75%. Water will do about 70 and we'll go from there. So this way we don't have any brownouts or power outages. That should be taken care of, yep, as soon as that kicked in. So what we need to do next is a couple things. So like I mentioned before, we do have a city school we can build, and then we do have a police. Oh no, we have not gotten there yet. So we do need to expand our residential. So we're going to keep doing what we did over here. And we're just going to make a long strip of it. It shouldn't be a problem. And then basically we're keeping the same square, so we're not going to have any issues with traffic. So that will be a very nice thing. So that is a good positive, I'd say. Right now we have no traffic at all in the city, but also you have to remember we only have 700 residents, so that's really not too many people. So that's pretty obvious that we don't have traffic going on. While we are waiting, please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This video took off really well, and I'm very excited on where this series is going. And just make sure if you do like this content, please like and subscribe. And like I said, just make sure you comment and follow along as best as possible, and I do appreciate it. You guys have been very receptive. If you don't like the content, just hit that dislike button. I don't mind that either. I am willing to take any and all comments and stuff like that, and I take them as a positive. So I was just letting you know that ahead of time. Any feedback is good on if my content is good or bad. So that's it. That's okay. That is my little spiel. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create kind of like a little city center. So I'm going to kind of go up here this way, and then we're going to go a little bit along the waterfront, and then I'll show you exactly what we're going to do with that. Now, and okay, that is awesome. Okay, so now we have police and fire department, so we can do that. So now we can actually create a little city center, which is perfect, I kind of anticipated doing that already. But so we expanded our residential over here, and I want to expand our commercial sort of over here. So what I want to do is I actually want to build a school on the waterfront. So we're going to actually go over here, kind of zoom in a little bit, and just go this way. Now, I'm hoping that the school I'm choosing, if you need to go to the schools, you do go to the healthcare and education, and then we're going to put so this is a community school. It looks a lot better than, this normal elementary school. It looks a lot cooler, I would say. And if we're going to put this in our city center, I really like this look a lot. So we're going to put that. Right now, I don't have any tools, landscaping tools. That's as you can tell at the bottom right of the screen. That is for 1,400 residents, and we're not quite there yet. We're getting there, but we're not quite there yet. But we're getting there. Anyways, so let's connect the water up over here. I am going to expand the water over here. Not a huge deal. And then see that little bit. Oh, and we need more power because guess what? We just added the entire. I'm going to bump this up to 90%. There you go. So, that works perfect. So I'm going to steal a power line from over here and expand our power. So you can see that our power grid is completely, everybody has power, so there's no issues. So let's make it, now that we're over here, let's kind of build a little police station area. I know you're probably going to say, oh my god, there are a lot of street lights. Well, what we're going to do is get rid of some of these street lights, and we're going to put some stop signs for people over here. And we're going to do the same over here. So there shouldn't be a problem. I know, or excuse me, not the stoplights. Yeah, definitely. We got rid of those, so that's pretty cool. Now we will need a police station. So I'm actually going to put one right here, which is cool. So we're creating like a little city center over here, which is really nice. I do eventually want to get a road going from over here and all the way to our industrial center, but we'll get to that when we do. No rush. So far so good. So that is how you. So this is our police station, and you know, I do want to add a little bit more since this is our little city center. I do want to add some more commercial that we have demand for. I do like all these kids walking to school. That is a nice scene to see. It is a little bit of a walk for the time being, but they will survive, I promise. I mean, actually, if you think about it, it's not like we're in the middle of like a blizzard or something like that. So those kids will survive. So we added that. So what I wanted to do is, I'm not sure if I have it yet, but I'm going to check. So I do have the districting tool. So what I want to do is a couple things. What I'm going to do is our water treatment plant, I'm actually going to put in our industrial area. So what this is, so I'll go back to what it is. So this is a part of the city Skylines Sunset Harbor DLC. It's called an inland water treatment plant. It costs $320 a week. And basically it's your water treatment plant. So instead of putting that raw sewage into the river and polluting it, basically the water treatment plant is going to treat all of it, which is pretty cool. Now the next thing, I'm going to put it like right here where it's kind of out of the way. Now, if you do place a water tower, there is something you must know. Do not put this water tower anywhere near polluted land. So as you see this dark black, you will definitely poison your residents if you do that. So, I guess we needed another one. So let me see how we're doing on water. Oh, and there we go. Okay, so we have plenty of water. And I'm not sure why that looks like that. I don't remember what I did pipe-wise, but that's okay. So this is our little city center. So what we're going to do is I'll show you how to district something. So some of these buildings that we have are really cool. So we have local organic and local produce. Some of these buildings are super cool to look at, and I think they would look really nice in our city center. So I'm going to kind of go with, there you go. I'm just going to have a little strip of it over here, which is no problem at all, which looks good. Well, which will look good. And we will go over and add local. There we go. So that district, so we added the local organic, or the organic and local produce. We are going to add a little bit of our commercial just so we can have some of those specialty buildings pop up, which again, they will look awesome. So we have $2,000, which is fine. We can take out a loan if we need to. So look at our cool little city center. Like, look at that. There's little restaurants and stuff like that. It looks pretty cool. There's the police station. I can't wait to get into more detail. We just need 1,400 more residents, which we're very close to, so that's not a problem at all. So I am going to expand our neighborhoods a little bit while we are and we're at 1,400 residents. So what I want to do now that we're at 14 residents, I do want to add some paths. So I am gonna kill we're actually gonna see a little downturn in residents because I'm going to be killing them off. Not really killing them off, but I'm going to be adding paths basically to anywhere that can go from those crosswalks. I basically want to go to those crosswalks to there so our residents can actually walk around. And I know I'm killing residential. I know that, ladies and gentlemen, but you know, a lot of the issues that people have in cities is that residents can't walk around enough. So this is going to help that tremendously. Come on, connect. Nope. There's that. So, like, as you can tell, we're destroying people's homes as we speak. But they'll grow back relatively quick, so honestly don't worry about that. So this is a really nice, oh, and I forgot to add one more path. So what I'm using is if you have the Park Life, the City Skylines Park Life DLC, this nature preserve path is awesome. Like you get rocks, you get some grass and some other things. It just looks really cool. So that is really nice. Now I do want to add a couple parks. So let's go over to the parks and let's see here. Now since we do have a school nearby, oh rats. Can't fit that there. Alright, I'm going to put one right there. It's a basketball court. Oh, tennis, excuse me, tennis. This one is the basketball court. But we're going to put a tennis court and a basketball court, and then we're going to put a path around it. There you go. So far, this definitely looks better than it did before. You know, you could tell with all the detailing. So if you do like some detailings that you can do, you know, add a couple trees in these corners so it doesn't look so bland. So that, see, doesn't that look cool, better than what it did before? Now, obviously, our residential over here is going to fill in. So that's not a problem at all. Now I do want to build a park. I'm going to do this. So we're going to have our park across the street. And then we're going to actually bring this road over here. All right, we want this straight out. Okay, so what we're going to do is create a curved road that goes this way. So we need power. Oh God, we need to up our power. And I think I saw... Uh-oh. No, we don't want that. Okay, we want to curve it. There you go. That looks much better. Okay, so what we also don't have... Okay, so I'm going to pause the game for 5 seconds. I'm going to up our power to 100% and our water to 90%. Okay, what I realized is we don't have a fire station. And we have a couple fires. So let's make sure we add the fire station. Now I'm adding the fire station close to our industrial because industrial likes to start. Lots of industrial fires do happen. So, you know, that's why it's mainly in this area. Now I do understand that residential. Oh, and that thing. Oh, they put it out. Okay, well, ooh, that thing got crispy. Well, whatever. We do now have... we do now have the fire department, so that's okay. And it'll be okay. So there's that. Now let's add that little bit. Now we do have this park. And I do want to add some more paths to it. go, okay, cool. We'll go right across there. Then we'll go right there, if possible. There you go. Now, we do have a little bit of room over here, but I don't want to add anything. You really can't add anything to it. So we're going to add some more trees, some more detailing. Look how nice these trees look. There's some big trees, by the way. Oh, a tree right there is wonderful. So when you're building your city, you can add small details like this, and it really brings out your city. I know it looks like, you know, it looks very minute and very boring, but it really can bring out your city and make it look better. Which is ultimately what you're trying to do. You know, you're trying to make money, but you're also trying to make your city look good. Oh, a perfect spot for trees right there. And then right there. There you go. So that looks, oh wow, we still need power. Okay, I did not realize that we needed power. Okay, I guess we really need power. So let's just check out, if you really want to check out where our power plant is and how it's doing, we can hold down, the Y button and go to Y. And I completely butchered that. No, I lied to you. Where's our power plant? Okay, so our power plant is at 40 watts. Now what we want to do is want to go over to the Y button, or go over to, okay. So the reason why we have the power outages at the top left, you can see that we're consuming 44 megawatts of power and we're only producing 40. So right now would be a good time to add another power plant, which I will definitely add one. I'm going to add it over here. It's still in our industrial area, so the pollution ring will not go over to our residential. And then what we also need to do is expand our water pipes. There's that, and that should be perfect. Now we don't actually need these ugly power lines, so that's a positive. There we go. So this is just part 2 of building your city. Now look how cool those trees look, and look at how our little city center looks. What I'm going to do here also is I'm going to add, this is just little detailing that you can do. So let's see here. This zoo, we don't need to add a zoo fence. How does this fence look? No, I do not like that fence for, oh my gosh. Oil industry fence. No, that's a little too tall. I'm trying to put a fence in the middle of our, I'm just going to put a park fence. I'm trying to put a fence in front of our elementary school, but the problem is, there's that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add a couple trees on top of that. There we go. And I know there's trees already around the building, but just adding that little extra detail makes this city look at how cool that elementary school looks, and look at how cool that little park looks with the additional trees. So I'm just letting you know that adding the details does matter, and I was not necessarily against adding details. I kind of just used to skip over it and didn't realize how important detailing actually was until I noticed that my videos, actually, more people watch my videos that had detail in it. Is that kind of crazy to think about? It wasn't that I was being lazy. So, a plaza with trees. So I'm going to add one of these in the middle of our neighborhood. So, as you can tell, when I added... Oh man, that didn't do nearly as well as I thought it was going to do. I'm going to add another one of those. I'm going to add... I know that... Alright, so as you can tell from our... When your town needs... So to up the value of your suburbs, basically up the land value, they need parks. Residents do like parks, and as you can tell, that everything in the bluish green, everybody is very happy, and you could tell. See that you could see the up arrows and some of the residential buildings upgrading themselves. So when you see the red though, that's when they need a park. So for example, I'm gonna put one right here. So see how it's red, and then give it a little bit of time. It's now in the bluish green, and they're very happy, and the land value goes up. So far so good, I would say, with this city. No, we're not obviously we're not a city yet, but you know. Now what I want to do here is go like this, and I'd like to come out this way. No, I want to straight out. There you go. There you go. So see that nice curve? That looks really cool. That looks really nice. So we finally got out of the grid, and we've added some curves. Thank you very much, guys. We added some curves. I know. We should all be in amazement. Cool. So I think I might actually add another park over here also. Do I have a bigger park? No, it's going to kill the path. There you go. And then we'll just add the path to it. And then we'll add some trees to it. So this looks like an awesome little area to hang out in. So what a cool little park area for our residents. Like, this looks really good. Nice. So don't you like how this looks right now? Like, it looks really good. Like, really good. I'm a huge fan of what I'm looking at right now. It looks really good, and I have no issues at all. Now, I'm trying to think of any services I don't have right now. I have everything so far. We don't have money for a high school, but let's see. Yep, we do need it. So I am going to put this high school, I think, over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down the Y button, and we're going to take out a loan. I'm going to take out this loan for $66,000. And then we're going to... We're going to do what we did over here with the elementary school and just kind of pop it out a little bit. Hold on. Oh, we don't want... oh my gosh, I have curve roads on. We did not want a curve road for that one. Can we? Okay, we could actually probably put it... No, it won't fit over there. So the same thing with the high school. Pop that over there. And now we don't really have another high school that we can use. There is the Institute of Creative Arts. You know what? I think that one will look better. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna actually drag a path. Let's go back to our paths. See, this is all about detailing, folks. Like, people like to see the fine detailing. They don't, you know, if you just plop it on I have all people would know this from experience. If you just plop it in your city, people will not be receptive to it, and they'll be like, this is like, I can create this trash myself. There's that. So excellent. So we have this little park area, and then the path. Well, oh, I thought it did go over there. Okay, I'm sorry, I messed that up. And now we're having... That's all right. We'll accept that. That will be okay. Then we're gonna do the same thing we did with the... Oh, and we are a boomtown. Okay. Now let me go back to those milestones. What we have boomtown-wise, we have transportation, we have buses, we have taxis, we have the ore industry. Oh, that is excellent. That is actually gonna probably be in our next episode. Then we do have the highway, so that is also excellent. So I have no issues at all with that. So we're gonna go to the fence. I'm gonna see what this nature reserve fence looks like. Let's just see. Oh, that actually looks a lot better than the previous fence we just built in front of the elementary school. So that actually looks a lot better. So let's add some of these pink trees. You know, add some color to our city. There we go. And maybe we can add another park right next to it. Remember our basketball court and our tennis courts? Look at that. We'll put that right there. Now, Stupid. There's that. Perfect. And what we're going to do is put a path around it. If you've ever played sports in high school, I'm assuming that you probably have walked from a field of some sort to the other, and there's definitely paths. So we'll connect that to the school. Then we'll add a couple trees, and we'll call this an episode. Come on, add one right there. Perfect. Look how nice this looks. Oh, there you go. Beautiful. Look how nice this looks, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is awesome. I think I'm going to put a path behind the school also. But this looks fantastic. There you go. We'll leave it like that. But this looks awesome, guys. Now we'll get rid of that. I wish I could connect down there, but I can't. But doesn't this look really cool?